As a solo traveler, one of the comments I hate getting the most are women commenting on my videos saying, "Oh my God, I want to solo travel, but I'm too scared. Is it safe? Blah, blah, blah." We're cutting all that today, okay? After this video, you will have all the skills, tips, and tricks to ensure that you are ready to book your next and your first solo travel. Let's get into number one. One thing I do when I go on longer vacations is create a Google Sheet of my accommodations, flight numbers, anything pre-booked, and I put all that in a Google Drive on Google Sheets, and then I share it with family and friends. Usually my dad and like a close friend. So if anything was to happen and I'm not in communication with them, they'll check the Google Doc to see where I'm at on this trip, and they'll kind of have a general idea. Next, you want to Google map your surroundings. All right, say you're going on a trip to Rome, Italy, and you book a hotel in downtown Rome or whatever, okay? You don't want to just know, okay, this is near the Colosseum. This is near this cool restaurant I want to go to that's on TikTok. You want to know, okay, are there convenience stores around there? Is there a police station nearby? Are there any distinctive landmarks nearby? So when I get there, I'll be familiar, because sometimes, let's say you're getting dropped off there in an Uber, and the place may not be as accessible to see just from the street. If you Google it ahead of time, you'll remember, oh, I remember across the street was this red building, so that must mean it's on the right side of the street. You know what I mean? So it's not just so much about like knowing your surroundings as far as like safety, but if you need to find something and you know what buildings and things look like around that general area, you'll kind of be less lost and know where you're at. You feeling me? Last but not least, especially if you are going to be gone for a longer period of time, create a packing system for all of your things. You know for a fact you're going to put shirts in this packing cube. You're going to put all of your electronics in this pouch. Have ID, your cards, cash in the same spot every time. When I travel, my passport goes in the same exact pocket in my bag every single time. Anytime I take it out, put it back in. The only time it's not in that same spot and it's in like my fanny pack is when I'm in the airport, because I need to take it out multiple times. But once I'm done and I get to my destination and I'm leaving, it goes right back in that same pouch. If you have a system where everything goes back in the same exact spot, one, you will less likely lose things and have that panic. You're like, oh my God, did I forget this at the hotel? But it's just so much smoother. So say you do have a situation where you are in a rush. Okay, boom, put all my shirts in this one. Boom, put all my things in this one. It's just so much simpler. Okay. Now, this goes without saying, but be cautious when you have your phone out. Very often in a lot of European countries, pickpocketing is like the top thing that you will likely have to worry about, and they are very slick. I'm not talking about people that just like have their phone in their hand walking around, but like they are so advanced in the way that they steal over there. You literally cannot even trust like putting it in your pocket or in your purse zipped up. You got to have it like on you to a point, because I've seen times where somebody has snatched somebody's phone out of their hand. Somebody has gotten real close to you in a crowded place and they're digging in your bag. Like you gotta really, like I said, when you have to have a packing system where you keep all of your things in a certain pocket every single time, try to do that same thing with your phone. Do not leave your phone sitting down on your desk. On your table when you're going out to eat. Do not leave it in your back pocket or any pocket that's easily somebody could just put their hand in there. Not because there might be times where you get caught slipping, and you may not have been fully aware because you're just in the moment. But you definitely want to be mindful where you keep your phone when you're going to very high tourist destinations, because the pickpocketers are professionals there. The same rule applies to your cash and card. Do not keep every single card and all the cash you have on you. Spread that out. Also, have some in your bag that you leave at your hotel. Have some cash with you. Even maybe, like, depending on where you're going, if there's a place where you might be worried about getting robbed or something, have a little bit of cash if you get robbed and they try to take your stuff from you. I've seen other travelers do that. I haven't done that before, but that sounds like a smart idea versus if somebody was like, give me all of your money, and you have everything you have with you. If you have like a couple of dollars and if they steal that from you, it's not that big of a deal. I guess that's a better option. But even if you have like 2 cards and some cash with you, put like some in your fanny pack and some in your book bag that you're carrying with you. You know what I mean? Like, don't have everything all at once, and be very mindful when you are taking cash and cards out, because there are going to be somebody watching you to see where you're taking that money out of. So say you walk into a store and you take your money out of your fanny pack and you hand the person the cash, and then you put the rest of it back in your fanny pack. Somebody might walk out in front of you and watch you and try to rob you. So next, this might come off as me just telling you to be an asshole, but sometimes that's the case. Try not to come off as being so approachable and so like ditzy, and you don't know, you're not aware of your surroundings. Walk with confidence, even if you are lost, you have no idea. But to look in panic and look like you were just very approachable and like you have no care in the world, those are the people that get scammed. It's rarely somebody who somebody just came out of the bushes and grabbed you and took all your things and like the people that get scammed the most are the ditzy ones, the people that are not surrounded, that are not aware, the people that are not aware of their surroundings, and the people that are scared to be firm when someone's maybe trying to sell them something or have a conversation. Don't well if you're being mean to them. Oh well if you shut them down and you felt horrible. You want your stuff to get stolen, you want to be safe, you want to make it home. Oh well, somebody walk up to you, try to sell something. Sometimes I don't even say no thank you. I just ignore them, because usually they walk away. The people that are like, no thank you, I'm sorry, I'm not really interested. I've seen it with my own eyes. Those are the people that get got. Those are the people that somebody is on the other side watching you, and they're gonna walk past and dig something out of your pocket. I'm telling you, you have to be mean, you have to be an asshole, you have to walk with confidence, okay? This may also seem obvious, but stay in highly populated areas. Specifically, if you're watching this video, you are already not that confident with solo traveling. So you trying to go off the beaten path and not do what the tourists do, that's like that is like how to get yourself in some shit you don't want to be in. And until you get your confidence up with traveling, do all the touristy things, go to all the tourist restaurants. Do not try to just go out and explore, because you already have that kind of anxiety about yourself. If you're watching this video like, oh my god, I don't know what to do, like how do I approach this, what's the first step? Just do all the touristy things that's in the highly populated areas, and you're still gonna have a good time on your trip. Everybody has to do the tourist stuff, okay? Like, come on now. Last and definitely not least, it's okay to tell people that you are solo traveling. I know very often it's very, popular to tell women, don't tell nobody that you're solo traveling. You don't want to get caught. You want to make sure that, nobody tries to traffic you or something. Some of the best experiences I've had on traveling is solely because I am traveling by myself. And it's easy. It's much, as weird as it says, you are much more approachable when you're by yourself, because if you're with like a friend or a friend group or a significant other, it's like, okay, you already paired up, you already boot up. But when you meet somebody else, even if they're in a group and you're approaching them, it's much more easier for you to get together with somebody and collaborate. I tell this story all the time. When I went to Panama 2 years ago, solo traveling, I met these group of people the first night in the hostel, and we were vacation friends for the entire week. And it was because all of us were solo traveling, literally every single one of us, and we just got together, and it was a great thing. So do not be afraid to be like, yeah, I'm here by myself, what's going on? Definitely, like I said, if you following the steps that I mentioned before, you'll be a little bit less likely to get got. I definitely want to be careful with who you're telling this, but it's not the end of the world, and that doesn't mean that that's the end of your life if you tell somebody you're by yourself. Okay, I say it all the time, but I'm also aware of who I'm telling it to, baby. Okay, so now where are we going?